When you play the Game of Thrones, you
Subscribe and like.
or you die. There is no middle ground.
Alright, hello YouTube. So, welcome back to the Grease Goblins channel. This is actually the second time I'm recording this video because I'm a goof and didn't have my mic actually, recording. So, we're doing Sir Loras today, and this video is brought to you by the comments, so if you would like to, request a video for me to do, I will hopefully try to get to it as soon as I can. I have a few more videos that I have planned for next week as well that I wanted to do this week, but I've uploaded like 6 videos, so I'm not going to double upload. But yeah, if you'd like to see more Song of Ice and Fire content, subscribe, like, and comment for more. I appreciate it. And let's get into today's video. So, Sir Loras. The last we know of Sir Loras, he was basically kind of baited into a mission by Cersei where Euron has started to invade Westeros, which makes it to where they need the Red Wine fleet, more or less, to basically fight the Greyjoy fleet from attacking, basically, the Reach and all that. So, what they basically plan to do is, since Cersei is not willing to give up the fleet that is right now sieging, Dragonstone, Cersei kind of goes, okay, here's how we can get rid of Loras. Loras is a very, valiant knight, but he's very young, very foolish, really kind of stupid. But she basically goes, oh, well, we can't do anything at Dragonstone. And then Loras volunteers like, I'll get Dragonstone because I want honor and all that stuff. And he wants to help out the cause. And yeah. So he decides to do that. He goes to Dragonstone. He tries to basically challenge the person in charge of Dragonstone to a one-on-one in combat. And of course, the person says no. And Loras decides to rush the castle. They lose a good amount of men. Loras himself is in critical condition. We know he's shot with multiple arrows. There's even oil, like boiling oil that was poured on him. He is in a very bad spot. Now, he is not confirmed dead, which is huge. Because usually when George doesn't say they're dead, there's always a chance they could come back. Like the Hound in the video we saw a few days ago where it's not really confirmed he's dead. And with Loras, I do think he's going to die because of this overarching Tyrell thing that the Tyrells, through the first 5 books, are almost untouched by the war. They have not lost really anything. They haven't lost, sons and daughters like every other house has. They haven't really had their troops being in major battles, Blackwater, but I mean, that was kind of a rout. Nobody saw that coming. It wasn't like a real battle, in my opinion. But I think George has to nerf the Tyrells and the power of Highgarden. So I think he's just going to start whittling away at him. Loras is the first one. I think Loras, I think he will die. If he doesn't die, what I could see happening is he's kind of just someone that's in the background where, because he can't be a major knight. There's no way. He's too injured and too screwed up that, in my opinion, he would have to be kind of like a Bran character where he's kind of a cripple, in my opinion, where he eventually could become the, well, actually, no, he can't because he's actually a Knight of the Kingsguard. So what's going to happen there? I think Cersei will probably take him off the Kingsguard, knowing her stupid decisions and knowing the slights she keeps giving the Tyrells. I think, A, it makes sense for her not to want him on the Kingsguard, and 2, he really isn't fit to be in the Kingsguard anymore. So it is logical that she would want somebody else. It's just I think she'll do it the wrong way and just end up sliding the Tyrells again. And with that being said, though, I think really what's going to happen is I think Loras, by the end of it, could be the person that ends up ruling Highgarden if he is to survive this. I don't think he's going to survive. I think he is dead. But in a situation where Loras lives on, I think he sits out the war for the most part because he's really not going to be too helpful. And I think he kind of just watches as all of his family dies or loses in some way. And eventually we see Loras at the end being the guy because he just couldn't participate in any battles or anything to actually get himself in a position to be killed. So that is how I look at that situation, and I think what I think is interesting about Loras is that he did it to himself, okay? he was being very hasty, and this is what I think is really cool is if we loop back to the first book, right? They don't show this in the show, but when the Mountain basically is going through the Riverlands, Loras is actually the first one, or he's one of the people that say, hey, Ned, let me go, you know, do this and get honor and stuff like that. And Ned just looks at him and goes, he's too young. He doesn't say this, but he looks at him, he's like, he's very young and, you know, very valiant and all that stuff. But you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're doing it for revenge. You're doing it for this. Going into a siege, wanting it to be very quick and making very rash decisions is a very bad idea. You have to have a certain mentality and patience when it comes to warfare. As we see with multiple of the great military commanders, which I did a video on yesterday, if you guys would like to see that, patience is a major thing. Being able to understand the situation of the battle and stuff, and Loras just was not there. And Cersei, she gets her way. She again is screwing up the Lannisters. She is probably going to be the sole reason they go extinct. Maybe not extinct, but majority of the Lannister power is lost. If you guys have a major theory for Loras, let me know. I think he's going to be a minor character if he does survive in the next few books. I don't see any real way he is used in the books to a big extent, because the thing is, Loras has never been the big power of the Tyrells. The Tyrells have always been run by Olenna and kind of Marjorie at this point. Sir Loras was kind of just a really good swordsman and a really good fighter, and now he's not probably going to even be that with the injuries he sustained. So Loras, I think, becomes a very irrelevant character, and I think just becomes really just another heir of the Tyrells. We'll see what happens. But let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your guys' theories on this one if you guys have any different things going on. As well as Garland, you like to always comment about the Tyrells, so let me know what you think in the comments. If you think, you know, Loras is going to do some weird stuff, I don't know. But I will see you guys all in the next video. I hope you guys have all been enjoying the content. I've also been getting your guys' feedback. I'm trying to improve on it. Trying to, like, you know, get better at speaking and stuff on here. So thank you guys for all supporting me, and I will see you guys in the next one.
If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.